Hello student, today we are going to study cascading style sheets in HTML5. See here, style sheets are nothing but extra effects to be applied through HTML elements or HTML tags. It allows to merge multiple effects within a single selector, that is nothing but any of HTML tag, and it describes how HTML element are to be displayed on a screen with its effects. Using only HTML tag, we have seen there are specified typical attributes, while style sheets helps to apply multiple effects, merging multiple effects in a single HTML tag. So style sheets are more useful to apply and making a interactive designing of a web page. There are three types of style sheets. Number one, internal style sheet, that is also called as embedded style sheet in HTML5. Number two, external style sheet. Number three, inline style sheets. Before going to types of CSS or style sheets, we will see how it is prepared. So see here, one example is given here in your textbook. H1 within curly bracket, color yellow, font size 11 pixel. So it is nothing but H1 is a selector. Here a tag H1 considered as a selector. Color is a property, and yellow is a value for such property, while next property is font size with a value called as 11 pixel. So it's a declaration block. In this declaration block, properties and values are applied. A single selector may consist of multiple properties with respective values. As we are observing here, H1 as a selector, color as a property, yellow as a value for that, font size as a property, 11px, that is pixels, are nothing but the value for that. So see here, what is the meaning of selector? Selectors are nothing but any of HTML element, any of HTML tag one can apply, such as heading labels from H1, H2, H3 up to the H6. Body tag also one can apply. Paragraph tag, P tag, can be applied, can be used as a selector. As well as we have seen physical style tags. Physical style tags such as bold, italic, underline. So these tags have typical attributes, no doubt, but within such a tag we can merge extra effects by using such properties from this declaration block. This declaration block is having multiple effects, and effective interactive designing may be supported. Declaration block contain maximum properties. Such properties are separated by semicolon. See here, a property color is here and a property font size is here. A colon, a symbol of colon is applied as a separator between these two different properties, while every property holds a specified value. Here color property holds a value as a yellow. A font size property holds a value as a 11 pixel. So see here, between color word and yellow word there is a colon as a separator, as well as here font hyphen size colon 11 pixel. So here is a colon as a separator between font size and 11 pixel. So it holds a meaningful information as well as effect like this. Each declaration contains a property name and a value which is separated by colon, while a property is a type of attribute of HTML element. See here, we have seen font tag separately, while such a font tag consists of name of font, size of font, font color like this. While it is, we have merged here font hyphen size within a selector called as heading level 1. So such a font size can work as an attribute, can work as a property for this selector called as H1. It's a style. It's the effect of style sheet. We have seen color. So here is the color as a property, holds value as a yellow. Basically, we can't apply a color attribute in heading level. We haven't seen, but here we have merged this effect in this heading level. So getting example of other tags, it is possible also. You can get example of body tag, where if you want to apply color for the content, color for the text, we should use text equal to something color name. Okay, so text equal to something color means number of lines or content to be displayed in a specified color. If you want to apply a background color through body tag, we are using bg color attribute. We have seen in 11th for practicals of HTML. Bg color equal to something color. So bg color is a attribute, holds something color name as a value, while text is an attribute of a body tag, holds something color name as a value, and it is applied on text or content of the web page like this. So basically their syntax of selection, selectors as well as declaration block, it holds multiple properties with respective values. See here they have given selector within curly braces or curly brackets, multiple properties with respective values will be there. So selector inside of curly brace or curly bracket, property 1 colon value 1 means value 1 is a respective content for property 1, semicolon property 2 colon value 2. Likewise, value 2 is a specified content as a value of property 2. So any user can define such type of selector, properties and values also for making any type of style sheet. Such a style sheet may be of inline style sheet, or internal, it is also called as embedded style sheet, as well as external style sheet, a third type of style sheet. We will see theoretically one by one such types of style sheets. Number 1, inline style sheet. As its name implies, this style sheet is prepared in a body section, as well as this style sheet is applied and prepared at the same line where it is prepared. So inline style sheet consists of effects through such a selector and properties with respective values. It is nothing but declaration and implementation at same line. for such style sheet. It holds same properties with respective values. Those are in internal as well as external also. And such properties will be applicable on a content given by the user. Likewise, so if you prepare such a style sheet, it is possible to apply. Whereas next type, internal style sheet, it is also called as embedded style sheet. See here, this style sheet is prepared in head section and applied in a body section. For example, here is the program HTML head. Within head section, style tag is there. Such a style is prepared and enclosed within such a style and its end tag. So HTML head, then after style tag is given h1 color red. h1 is a selector. Color property is given, single property with a value red. Then slash style slash head is there. That is nothing but within a head section it is properly ended. Slash style means style is closed. Slash head means head section is closed. Then body tag is given, and within such body section h1 tag is given. This h1 tag is applied on a single sentence. This sentence is nothing but what? The internal style sheet is applied on this heading. So single sentence is there. Then slash h1, that is heading level number 1, is closed or ended properly. Next line they have given tag p, that is nothing but paragraph. So single sentence also is there within such paragraph. This paragraph will not be affected. Slash p, that is proper ending of paragraph tag. And its output is given. Here is the browser's window where it holds a particular output. Two sentences are there as we have seen in above code. In this code, h1 internal style sheet applied on this heading. This one is a first sentence where h1 tag is applied, while this h1 is used as a selector and declared as a selector within head section h1 color red, and it is affected like this. Internal style sheet is applied on this heading. It displays a text in a red color. Next tag given p, that is paragraph. This paragraph will not be affected. A content, a single line is there, and as it is displayed without any of effect, so it is not affected basically. So it's a internal style sheet. Internal style sheet is designed in a head section within style and its end tag, that is slash style, and is applied in a body section. Next type of style sheet is external CSS. So external CSS is defined outside of the web document, while it is saved with an extension as .css. See here how to define such style sheet. Such a style sheet contains might be same selectors, properties and values, no doubt, but this style is applied on any of web document by using a link tag. So this link tag can links these two different document. Two different document means such a style sheet is saved with extension of .css. CSS stands for cascading style sheet, and such a effect to be applied on a other file of HTML, something .html file. See here one more example code is given. For example, a code is given here. HTML head, within head section such a style sheet is linked using link tag. with attributes. Number one, relation equal to style sheet, means a file to be saved with .css and such a HTML document. Relation between them is nothing but style sheet. Type equal to text oblique CSS is nothing but, see here, this file, if you read carefully, style.css, which holds h1 as a selector. Within curly braces there are properties. Property number one, color, its value is navy. Property number next, margin left, means it sets a left margin of a web page and having value as a 20 pixels. So only single line content is there, see here, and this file is saved with a name style dot css. Dot css is an extension for such file, so it's an external file. As its name, it is externally saved and applied on HTML file by using a link tag. So relation number one, attribute number one, rel, that is relation equal to style sheet. Type equal to text oblique css, and next attribute href. Href stands for hyper reference, so it describes a value as address of external style sheet, that is nothing but path of external style sheet. So href equal to style.css is given. So within such a head section, it is properly applied through link tag. Head section to be closed, properly ended. Next, go to the head body section, within which a selector named as h1. Here style.css is an external style sheet. It is prepared. Within such a style sheet, one can use multiple selectors also, no doubt. Only for example, as h1 here they have given, one can use multiples also. H1 with same effect might be applied. Tag p as a paragraph as a selector may be designed, or other physical style tags, bold, italic, underline, might be designed here, no doubt. Body tag also can be designed, no doubt, with multiple properties and respective values for them. And such a h1 is applied here, see here, h1, this is a heading slash h1 slash body slash html. So it holds a single sentence as this is a heading. So h1 tag is applied here as a selector, and within such a selector we have chosen property like color, that is navy color, and margin left means it leaves a space at left for 20 pixels. So its effect will be navy color with 20 pixel on this sentence called as this is a heading. This is a heading in a body section. Its output is displayed in front of such, see here, here it is generated and output here within a browser's window. This is a heading where it holds a color as a navy. It leaves a space of 20 pixels at left side as its margin, like this. So these are the styles. While it holds multiple properties also, just we have seen one or two properties in internal, in inline, as well as in external also. So multiple properties are there. If you observe this table carefully, property number one, color, their use is given, their values will be what will be, it is given again, as well as example is given. See here, a color property holds value as a color name and it is applied for a text. Background hyphen color, property number next, background hyphen color. This property is nothing but as its name implies, it sets a background color. Value will be the color name, no doubt. Here as example they have given body background hyphen color equal to yellow. Next property is there font weight. It uses to display the boldness of text, and it holds values as any natural number. And example will be like this: tag p as a selector, that is nothing but paragraph, font weight 300, so its thickness to be defined. Font style is there, which holds italic, normal, oblique type of values. Font style we have seen. Text decoration property is there. We have seen in Word, Microsoft Word, a single line to be applied on head of text, as well as such a text will be underlined. Same effects are here as a text decoration. So it holds values as line through, underline, overline, and none. Line through means it draws a line on surface of text. Underline means it draws a line just below the text. We have practice of such. We have done something underline, highlighted type of effects like this. Number next, overline means putting a line, drawing a line on head of the text like this. So it becomes an effective content as well as effect on such text by using such a property. See here, tag p as a selector, they have used text decoration underline. Tag a, that is anchor tag, text decoration none, they have effect of already as an underline for anchor tag. Next property is there text alignment. Text align, this property is used to place the content in a web page either on left, right, or at center, as well as justified. Means such a content to be displayed in a specified manner, alignment to be decided. For example, they have given here, see here, h1 text hyphen align center, so content will be displayed at center only. Font hyphen family, using this property a user can set a font of a text, number of lines or a content to be displayed in a specified font in a specified manner. So it holds a value as a font name. For example, Times New Roman, Arial, Arial Black, Arial Narrow. Likewise, Calibri, Algerian might be the values for such property called as font hyphen family. Next property is there font size. So as per its name, and we have seen applying font size, it may be increased or decreased. So it holds a value in pixels basically, as well as in inches, centimeters, in points, in millimeters also. Basically nowadays we have good practice in applying value as a font size in pixels. So example is given, p selector having a value for a property called as font size 10px, that is pixel. Next property, letter spacing. Letter spacing is nothing but what? If a single word is there, within such a single word multiple characters, multiple alphabets might be there, and a space between such characters to be applied by using this property called as letter spacing. 5 points, 5 pt, like this. So these are the different properties to be applied through such style sheets. Style sheets helps to apply more than one effects through the selectors, and those selectors are nothing but HTML element and a content to be displayed in a more effective manner. See here once again, CSS stands for cascading style sheet, which describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on screen or on paper or in other media. It saves a lot of work and it holds multiple effects. So a declaration box is given here: selector, property and value. So students, in this lecture we have seen theoretically what is mean by style sheet, types of style sheet, and applying styles, making styles on web document by theoretical mean. At next lecture we will see it in practical manner.